Raya Shikshan Sanstha's online learning platform welcomes you all. Today we are going to learn about chapter number 4, Your Own Book of Science. Before we start the topic, let's understand the importance of science and its uses in day-to-day life. Dear children, science is one of the greatest blessings to the mankind. It has played a major role in improving the quality of living of the man. It is hard to imagine our life without science. For example, we wake up early morning from the ringing of our alarm clock and go to the bed at night after switching the lights. All this exists in the world because of science. If we see, we are surrounded by the gifts of science. In this chapter, we will learn about some amazing science experiment which we see commonly in our day-to-day life. So children, let's start our topic. There are two parts in this chapter. Let's begin with part 1. You may come across simple but amazing science experiments in magazines, newspaper supplements, or on the internet. Collect any 5 to 8 experiment you like. Ask your parents or teacher whether the experiments are safe. Then carry out the experiments. If necessary, take the help of your parents or teachers. Record the experiments on separate sheets in your own book of science. An example is given below. So let's see what is written in this paragraph. Dear student, you can easily find simple but amazing science experiments in magazines, newspaper supplement, or on internet. Then you have to collect 5 to 8 experiments you like. Ask your parents or teacher if these experiments are safe and carefully carry out the experiment. Record the experiment on a separate sheet in your own book of science. For your reference, an example is given below. A simple experiment, lifting ice. So dear children, to perform this experiment, you need ice cube, thread and common salt. And now follow the following steps. First, place an ice cube in a dish. Second, place a piece of thread on ice cube. Third, you need to sprinkle some common salt on and near the thread on the ice cube. Wait for a few seconds. After 10 to 15 seconds, hold the two ends of the thread and pick them up carefully. Dear children, once you perform this experiment, you would be surprised to see that you are able to lift the ice without touching. Now, try placing the thread in different ways to lift the ice. You can place just one end of the thread on the ice cube and lift the ice with the other end. Now, let's see the second part, this chapter, puzzle in your surroundings. Why does it hail even in summer? Here, the hail means small balls of ice that falls like rain from the sky. We feel very hot in summer. The sun shines brightly and the temperature is high. And then suddenly there are clouds in the sky and it starts raining, not just water but even small balls of ice. We say it has started hailing. The small balls of ice are called hailstones. Why does it hail in the hot summer season? So let's see what is written in this paragraph. During hot summer, when sun shines brightly and the temperature is also high, we suddenly see clouds in the sky and after that it starts raining, and sometimes we find that along with water, small balls of ice starts raining, which we call hailstones. So, why does it help in the hot summer season? Now see, second paragraph. As we move up from the land, the temperature begins to fall. Up in the sky, it is very cold even in the hot season. You know that there are water particles in the clouds that we see in the sky. Very high up in the sky, the water particles in the clouds turn into little bits of ice. So children, let's see what is written in this paragraph. As we know that when we go up, the temperature becomes cold. We also know that there are water particles present in the clouds, and due to low temperature up in the sky, the water particles present in the clouds turn into little bits of ice. Let's see the third paragraph. Sometimes there are strong winds in the clouds. They push these little bits of ice upward, so they do not fall to the ground. They go up and collect more water particles which freeze onto them. Thus, the tiny balls get bigger and bigger. They turn into hailstones. The heavy hailstones then fall to the ground into the form of a shower. Very tiny hailstones melt before they reach the ground. They turn into raindrops, but some hailstones reach the ground before they melt. A light shower of hail can be great fun, but a hailstorm can cause great damage to crops, plants, and animals. So children, let's see what is written in this paragraph. Sometimes, due to strong winds in the clouds, the little bit of ice are pushed upward and collect more water particles and start freezing again. Thus, the tiny ice balls get bigger and bigger. Eventually, when these ice balls becomes heavier, they start falling to the ground in the forms of shower. Small hailstones melts and becomes raindrops before they reach the ground, but bigger hailstones reach the ground before they melt. A light shower of hail is always a great fun, but a hailstone creates great damage to crops and are harmful for plants and animals. So dear children, let's see the impact of a hailstorm. Maharashtra was hit by a series of hailstorms in 2014. The hailstorms devastated thousands of acres of standing crops. Fruit crops were ruined, birds and animals were killed and injured in large numbers. Farmers suffered heavy losses. It was a great natural calamity. In 2014, Maharashtra was hit by a series of hailstorms which caused heavy losses for farmers. Thousands of acres of standing crops were destroyed, fruits crops were ruined, and many birds and animals were injured and killed. It was a great natural calamity. Dear children, here are few activities for you. You may have other questions that puzzled you. Note down at least 10 such questions on the basis of your observation of things and events in your surroundings. A few examples are given below. Where do flowers get their color from? Why are leaves green? Why does chopping an onions makes you cry? Note each question on a separate page in your book of science. Draw suitable pictures or paste related photographs on that page. Try to find the answer to your questions with the help of your parents, teachers, or friends. Make use of science journals and reference book to find the answers. You may find the answers on the internet with the permission and guidance of your parents or guardians or teachers. Browse through the informative websites. You may find some of the answer you need in your textbook or in other informative books. Note down the answers on the relevant pages. When you have collected a few experiments and answers to your questions, put them all together in your very own book of science. Thank you.